Hello and welcome to a very short video about how to solo farm for fusion cores for ranking up like rare 10 mods or just ranking up mods in general. This is the fastest way that I know of to farm rare 5 cores. So for this I'm going to be using Frost. This is the Frost build I'm currently using. Mobilize is very useful here because going fast will be quite beneficial. Your primary and your melee weapon don't really matter. As long as you have some like decent AoE. Decent AoE is incredibly helpful while doing this. I use the Sonic Core most of the time. If you want to like level a secondary, I'll be leveling the Vectis and the Ballsock here. Primaries that are really good are the Synoid Simulor or Ignis, AoE weapons in general. And that is what I'll be using here. But the mission that we're going to be... Exit, please. The mission that we're going to be doing is Triton. This mission is run all the time for Rare 5 cores, and doing it solo as Frost ends up being very, very easy, or even as Limbo. Any frame that can defend the excavators really easily, just frames that have crazy AoE. Ember's pretty good at this, actually, as it happens, and it just is... And you could probably do it with any frame that has like any CC whatsoever, realistically. Valkyr maybe is a hard one, but that's about the extent of it. So, the unique thing about Triton, I'll explain, is that it is the only Tier 3 excavation. So here are all of the excavations that we have. Triton is the only Tier 3 one we have, which is the only reason that we're using it for core farming, because Rotation A and B, which is the first two extractors, both have a 25% chance to be a pack of rare 5 cores, and I think a much smaller chance to be like a pack of uncommon cores. So that makes it the ideal place to go get rare 5 because excavation is very, very quick as long as you know what you're doing. So we're going to do a run real quick just to show how fast it goes and how simple it is. The enemies there are not crazy tough or anything like that. Corpus are generally pretty weak. So let's get this started. Solo. I would suggest putting that on solo instead of like friends only or anything like that, simply because it's much easier to, like, if you have to go to the bathroom or something like that between rounds or whatever. In solo you can actually just pause as if it were a single player game, which is super useful. So basically you're just ignoring all the enemies, and it's just the first two extractors and then you get the hell out. Pretty simple. Obviously the music is more for my benefit. Hope you guys enjoy it too. Because putting on some nice music while you're farming this probably like about 15 times very quickly definitely helps. There we go. Your fucking backpack. Give me that. So each excavator takes three energy packs, and then it is full and ready to go. So that's how long you have to worry about it for. I will say, if I wasn't leveling a secondary, the Simulor is probably the standout best weapon that you could use here. Also, side note, the reason that this is so fast is because usually the first two excavators are really close together, as in right down here. Perfect timing. And the reason you bring Frost is because multiple bubbles, you can have the two bubbles at once, and it makes just like, this is like trivially easy. You got the energy for it, give your bubble an extra little burst. And obviously the other excavator is full, so I can get the hell out of here. In terms of guarding that, for the most part, anyway. Oop. You there. Give me an itchy. There we go. Pack a rare. Now, that's not guaranteed on the first wave every time. but it's pretty close. The vast majority of the time, you're going to be getting rare 5 cores, at least in my experience. Obviously, variance is variance, and you're going to get unlucky sometimes, but that's by far the best. So, there are also other good mods in rotations C and D, but it's not worth the extra time that you spend if you're just looking for the cores. If you need like multi-shot mods or something, I would definitely suggest staying until the 4th extractor. And just for whenever I start leaving whenever this is on 10. I usually give it a couple more, then I get out of here. Just to get like the head start, because it's hard for them to kill it within that last 10-second time frame. Boom. Also, it's worth noting I am parkouring at like a pretty slow pace, so could be doing much faster. Yeah, there you go. 10 fusion cores. Obviously, that's not going to be representative of every single run, but it happens pretty often. Actually, pretty often. Did I get a timer for exactly how long that took? Probably somewhere in the margin of 4 or 5 minutes. Probably. But yeah, that is the best way to solo farm 4 cores for whenever you need to rank up those high-cost mods, as it were. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video, and I hope this helped you out with your farming needs.